Hey guys, I am Coach Frankman,
And I'm Coach Dean.
and welcome to the Beech Grove varsity cheerleading team for the 2020-21 season. Thank you for watching this video. We're going to try to keep it brief. It is going to be weird. I know, I'm really sorry, but we're going to go through a few things so that you have an understanding of what to expect, at least until we get back to school. So the first one is the calendar, which you have a link to look at when we will be practicing for July and August. So all of those dates are set in stone. It is super important that you be at practice over the summer. So please get those hours off of work. I know that a lot of you are working. You must have a physical done to be able to participate in practice. The IHSAA was very gracious and said that if you had your physical done for last year, that physical will be allowed. So you don't have to go back and get a new physical if you participated in a sport and submitted your physical last year to Beech Grove, including the middle school. If you did not, you must have a physical done before we go back on July 6th. Our first practice is July 6th. It will be in the morning from 9 to 11. We will practice Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, every day leading up to school starting. Cheer camp will be here. Unfortunately, they canceled cheer camp at Vincennes, so I'm sorry, returning girls, you're gonna miss out on that. And the grilled cheese and the french fries and the ice cream. But we will still have cheer camp with NCA. It will just be at the high school. Those days are the 20th and the 21st. It is absolutely imperative that you be at camp those days. If you can't be at camp those days, you probably aren't going to make it on the team for very long, because those days are the most important days. We're asking for 2 concrete days where you are at school on time, no excuses. I don't think that's too much to ask for. So that will be cheer camp. We did want to, since we're talking about cheer camp, touch on some of the expenses. So you have an expense sheet that has been shared with you. Let me get mine up really quick so that I am talking about all of the right things. So it is $200 for our home camp, significantly less expensive than our away camp. And bows are $15. Those are the only 2 things that you have to purchase from me if you are a returning cheerleader. If you are not a returning cheerleader, you will want to look at purchasing shoes, the boy cut briefs and the bodysuit that go underneath your uniform. Those things are yours, and your warm up, the water wicking thing that we wear in the summertime, in football season, and when we're headed to basketball games when it's super cold out. If you have not cheered with us before, but you have cheered before and you already have cheer shoes that you prefer, then you can wear your cheer shoes. If you own cheer shoes that you paid a lot of money for, or you want to go out and pay a lot of money for cheerleading shoes, then that is on you. You are welcome to do that. You do not have to purchase the ones from us. They do have to be white. Almost all cheer shoes are white, so that's really not a problem. They have to be designated cheer shoes, and they must be white. If you are coming from cheer somewhere else and you have black boy cut briefs to go underneath your skirt, that is fine. The bodysuit is a turtleneck bodysuit, so I know that the middle school wears different ones than we do because of their uniform style, so that is not an option to repeat. The last thing that I want to touch on is our camp outfits. Unfortunately, because of when everything is happening and the kind of unsureness of everything, we aren't going to get full camp outfits for camp this year. You will wear a Beach Grove t-shirt and shorts to camp. We are going to have an online store, and you will have 2 shirts that you have to purchase. One will be your dry fit shirt that you'll wear at like JV games or a really hot day game. And then the other one will be our team shirt. You'll also have the option to purchase sweatpants, sweatshirt, any other shirts that you want to purchase, all of the crazy nonsense, just depending on how much you want. So that's up to you, but that will be open and available. Give us a few days to get that together, as everything, like I said, is happening very quickly. The very last actual bullet point that I want to address is the Constitution. So that is a link in the email, and you have a Google form that you'll fill out that states that you have read the Constitution. It is 4 pages long. It goes through a lot of things. It is very, very important that you actually read the Constitution. You are going to be held to those standards, and if you don't know those standards, then it's hard for you to live up to them. So that's very important. But the one thing that I really wanted to touch on was attendance. Attendance has always kind of been an issue for us. So I want to be clear. You have to be at cheerleading practice if you are at school. If you developed a headache at 3:50, the minute that the bell rang to leave to go home, that is not an excuse to not be at cheerleading practice. You made it all day. You can make it another hour and a half. Other reasons, the only reason to miss practice is if you are sick. That is the single solitary thing, barring a family emergency or somebody is in the hospital. Not babysitting for your neighbor, not work, not literally anything else. Being sick is the only reason. I will say that with everything going on, if you are sick, stay home. We don't want you, and we don't want your Rona. But if you're not sick, you need to be at school and you need to be at practice. With all of that being said, the IHSAA has not kind of loosened their rule about being at school to be able to be at practice. So you have to be in attendance at school at least 2 blocks of the day, and it has to be the later 2 blocks of the day to be able to come to practice. The only reason that that would not apply is if you are out of school because of an appointment. So if you miss 3 blocks of school because you had a huge appointment in another city maybe, but you get back in time to go to practice, then you can still go to practice because you are excused with a doctor's note. But that is really important. So if you're looking at doing e-learning for the first 9 weeks, then that's probably not going to work super well for you because you won't be able to come to practice at all for the first 9 weeks. So keep that in mind. That really covers most of what we are concerned about, at least until we can get things going. We might have another virtual meeting once school starts, but those are the most important things. You need to have your physical done before school or before our first practice, which is July 6th. You need to be at all of the practices, all of them, no excuses, and make sure that you have a pair of cheer shoes. That's about it. I will include one last final Google form to ask you guys your opinion on our fundraiser. I know that for the last few years we've done a Yankee Candle fundraiser, and I didn't know how that was working out for you guys. We do have an option to sell popcorn, and both of them would be completely free of you having to deliver the items. It's all considered contact-free fundraising. So I will send that out so that you guys can look that over. Did I miss anything, Shelly?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, that's surprising. I almost always miss something. So, girls, if you think of anything that I missed, send me an email and I will get some frequently asked questions put together so that you all are informed on all of the things that everybody's asking. Thank you and have such a wonderful rest of your month.
Congratulations on making the team.
Yay!